You know how in life things just go in a flat line for a long time? You keep playing through the same levels, doing the same quests, routine after routine, and then suddenly, एक spike आता है. Something happens that feels unreal. The kind of thing you only see in movies, not in your own story. And that's exactly what happened with me. Hailing from Rawalpindi, I never thought I'd end up in New York City. It was like upgrading from a Tanga to an Audi, and honestly, I wasn't ready for it. जिंदगी ने मुझे कोई वार्निंग भी तो नहीं दी, कोई ट्यूटोरियल लेवल नहीं दिया. It just dropped me straight into the boss fight. जैसे किसी ने बिना ट्रेनिंग के 1200 पाउंड्स बारबेल पकड़ा दिया हो और बोला हो लिफ्ट इट. कई लोगों को वक्त मिलता है धीरे धीरे अडेप्ट करने का, मुझे नहीं मिला. मैं हमेशा वो बंदा था जिसको स्लो ट्रांजिशन चाहिए होता था, जो पहले फंडामेंटल सीखता था और फिर मास्टर करता था. बट लाइफ ने सीधा फाइनल ग्रेड मांग लिया बिना एडजस्टमेंट के. फिर भी आज लगता है कि शायद इसी ने मुझे शेप किया. जैसे कलर ग्रेडिंग में हम शेडोज और हाइलाइट्स बैलेंस करते हैं, वैसे ही मैं अपनी लाइफ के टोन्स समझ रहा हूँ. थोड़ा वार्म, थोड़ा फेडेड, पर सच्चा. मैंने अपनी ज़िंदगी के हर फ्रेम को दोबारा रखने की कोशिश की है. कभी रोशनी कम की, कभी अंधेरा बढ़ाया, मगर आखिर में यही सीखा कि असली खूबसूरती तो कुदरती रंगों में ही छुपी है. एंड टुडे आई एम प्राउड ऑफ having taken that leap, that crazy goddamn leap of faith. Because without it, I'd still be stuck in the same flat line in Rawalpindi, never realizing that every spike, every big jump is what gives life its contrast. So today, let's talk about something that captures the same feeling: the Dehancer plugin for DaVinci Resolve.
All right, so we will test our Dehancer plugin here. Um, these are essentially the conversion LUTs, but we will remember that I already have selected the right choices here. So going over that, let me check what we can do here. I hope you can hear me fine though. So first things first, I just convert the log from my Sony A6600 to S-Log 3, and that's how I do it. I mean Rec 0709 because I use MacBook. So this is the best one that I will use. Everyone who has the MacBook should use Rec 709 as their output color space. Um, so let's do that all over again. No problem. I'll do it for you. Um, so since I shot it on Sony, I would select Sony S Gamut 3 Cine. That's the most recent one and is in the most modern cameras. My input gamma should be S log 3 because I shot it in S log. You should know what you are shooting in, so that's exactly what you need to choose here as well. Output color space is something that what should display in front of you. Since I use MacBook, Rec 709 is the best and it's most commonly used too, so it's a very common choice to work on. Output gamma, that is usually DaVinci Intergamma. It depends on the choice. I like to use it timeline because um, I've already selected the settings in the project settings for that, so I will use timeline and then I'll enable it. Okay, we now looks like the normal footage. See, you would usually see that if you were not shooting in the log, and even if your phone is shooting it, it will look like this. So we are now into the normal looking footage. The image is very normal that you would usually see when shooting in the normal mode, not S log or any log for that matter. Now, the most important thing, and the review of this video is based on Dehancer. I will definitely start working on that now without any delays. Now search Dehancer. By the way, I use DaVinci 18.6. I did not get to update it because somehow the latest version has problems with my MacBook M1 Air. So this works flawlessly, so I'm still using it. I know the latest one is the best, but we will use it. Um, so Rec 79, it already detected it here. As I said, we are going to work on this. Since we selected Rec 709 as our source here, our output color space, this will automatically detect it. But even if you don't want to do that, choose camera, select that option, vendor, Sony. In my case, it's Sony. A6 is 600. S-Log3 is what I shot in. So if you shoot in S-Log3, you use S-Log3, Gamut 3 Cine. You can do that too, but it's a lot of settings you need to check together, and it will take a lot of time. I would definitely go to selecting Rec 709. That's the base. And then the next thing I will do is select the film, the actual film that you would like to, you would want to look at like. This is the actual print that would give the cinema profile to your footage. Um, for this, you can use any Kodak Vision. D stands for day. For night. It's a word that I can't recall now. It's tens and something like that. It's so 50D means for day. We can select that. It's not enabled. We need to first enable it. We can also select 250D. That's also good, but I would probably go and select something else, which is this Fujichrome CDU to cross. See, uh, it's given the touch. You can also use a slider to give it the kind of look you want. It's also already made it really dramatic, looking a little like cinema already. But there's a lot of the things we need to mess with for now. So just collapse that. And now the next thing you gotta move on to is print. It's enabled. This is the check every component of Dehancer has. You have to ensure that it's selected. This is the most common print film, 2383 cut print film. You see a little difference here now, and then you need to gauge this. This is, if you select this, it's gonna preserve the tones and saturation and contrast. If you keep it unchecked, you see it's gonna deepen everything, which is what I won't want. Even if I crank this, if this is checked, it's gonna make sure that it stays in the limited range. Now you can just select this based on what you want it to look like, and I don't want to for the blacks to be completely gone. I just want the right amount of contrast to be there. I will just gauge it a little bit and then also increase the shadows so it looks kind of okay. Now I think we're good. We also have to see here um, a lot of fur colors are in the highlights section. Um, then target white, it messes with the white color, the brighter parts of the image. Now this is what is actually the colors of the singular individual colors in the image. Click enable and the head is enabled. Now for the midtones, if you move towards right, it gets warmer. It just like works like a hue slider. On the left is the colder tones, and on the right is the warmer tones. So midtones have always they have to be warmer, and the scene is the midday, although it's cloudy, but we still want it to be a little warm. Plus skin tones improve if you bring in um, the warmer midtones. But we can target skin tones separately. For shadows, they have to be in the cyan side, as goes for the highlights, but I would try to keep it the same way it is. Not much of a thing here for now. Film grain, you can see that based on your taste, but I usually want to keep it, under 3 on 35 mm. And bloom, we'll see to that later. Let me quickly bring you the most important thing. Film compression, Now, this compresses the movie, colors. Like if you see these days, the vlogging has muted colors. The saturation is a little dull, and that is because it's compressed. And this is exactly the tool that it does that. Um, I would see the total range. It, can tell it's actually total range of the colors that can be compressed. Color density is also something that it doesn't make a lot of difference, but color density is like saturation. It makes the colors denser. I would keep it at least 80%. Impact is like efficiency of the film compression, how much muted colors you want. I mean, I think I should keep it somewhere around here. And then I will collapse that, expand. That's just black white point. It's gonna increase the exposure and introduce the white. But again, now we're back to this. It's actually based on your taste. That's the kind of look I want. So I will keep that. If I want to come back here, if you want to introduce some kind of cooler tone or increase the cyan color, you can do that too. That's the review for the Dehancer Pro. The only thing that I would wish is that they bring in the AI based look. The in the Premiere Pro there are some plugins that pick the kind of look you want. You just have to let the AI write the prompt and it will probably pick it up. I know DaVinci has power grade, but I also know that Dehancer is working on the AI features right now internally and it's being developed. But I think it has brought a major difference in my color grading, and I would rate it like 9 out of 10 for now. But it is good. It is really effective. Color grade for Dehancer plugin. They reached out to me on my video, and they said that if I could collaborate with them and give the review for their product, which I'm doing now. But at the same time, they also wanted me to be honest. So this is an honest review. Again, summarizing it, it has the bloom, grained, and halation which comes inbuilt here. Also has vignette. I'm not using vignette now, but we can use it if you would like. It has everything built, and it has other um, features like gray gate weave and overscan if you enable it. So it literally makes it, based on the previous generation of films. It just crops it for 2:2 ratio. But that's it. It has all the things built in it, that which is what I love. I don't have to use other nodes separately, which cracks my system. But with Dehancer, everything is in it, and I love that thing that comes consolidated. I love that part. I just wish that it had some AI features which they're working on. It's nothing a big deal. I love it, and that's my honest review. And yeah, thanks for watching.